Hey everyone, what's going on? Greg here again from Team Blast. So I have a client, they're a doctor in New York City, and in less than 2 weeks, I was able to improve their Google page one rankings from 36% to 72%. That's a 98% improvement on the map, which is going to lead to more high quality impressions, website clicks, phone calls, bookings, and hopefully new patients for them, which is ultimately the goal here. So here's the timeline. November 10th on the left hand side, November 12th was the next scan I did. And then today, November 21st, the map is a lot greener. I'm going to walk you guys through it. So to start, I always talk about share of local voice and the percentage. So I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page. If you're on your desktop, tablet, or phone, you search for something like HVAC, for example, Google only displays 3 organic map pack listings at the very top. So if your business is listed here, this is where the majority of the impressions are going to be, website clicks, phone calls, scheduling, etc. I talk about this all the time. This is where you want to be. If you're not really on page one, you're not going to be found. Therefore, you're not going to get as many phone calls. So here's the trend line. The keyword here is immigration exam NYC. Now, I'm running multiple local Falcon scans for my client all around immigration exam. So this is not the only one, but this is what the video is going to really focus on. My client is the blue line. And again, we went from a 36% to now 72%. So if you round up from 71.6, it goes to 72. We have now overtaken the competition, which is great. And we're taking share away from our competitors, which is always the most important thing. So just my client, just so you can see it's within Local Falcon, I can actually exclude the other top competitors just to make it really easy to see. So I share this with my client, also with my other clients as well, just to kind of show them their progress. And then they also like to see when we're taking share away from our competition as well. So this is what I do for them, but also for all my other clients as well. I run the heat map scan. I run several scans for multiple keywords like immigration exam near me, immigration exam service, immigration exam NYC, Manhattan. There's so many different variations you can do. But what I do after that is that I actually then look to see different competitors who are ranking in this area. And then really what I go from here is I look at each dot and I say, okay, can I flip this dot from, let's say, 4, 5, or 6 to 1, 2, or 3? Because that's actually what's going to be most important. So I focus on what the competitors are, how they're ranking, and then I zoom into their dots and I say, okay, do I think I can maybe overtake them? In some ways that I can overtake them to maybe update our description, our service areas, maybe some local schema markup on the website, content that is on the landing page, photos. You can even play around with question and answers and even services too. There's a lot you can actually drill down into this heat map. So I look at each competitor and I say, okay, what can I take from how they're ranking and can we overtake them to get the page one ranking? So this is what I'm doing just as a high level. Maybe this can help you with your business. So to start, I'm using Local Falcon for New York City. I get very granular. I do a 13 by 13 grid. I've seen in the past where potential clients might reach out to me. They have like a 7 by 7 grid in New York City. That's too broad. You're going to miss all the neighborhoods. If you do, they got to get really granular to see the neighborhoods of New York City. That's what you want to focus on. Next, I updated the service areas based on the 13 by 13, 1.5 mile scan. So, for example, if my client was in Brooklyn, you wouldn't just target the city or the borough of Brooklyn. You get really granular and say, okay, like Park Slope, for example, is like a specific part of Brooklyn. You want to feature that, not simply say, hey, we just service Brooklyn. Next, create a question and answer content on their Google business profile. So we got really specific around immigration exam. Next, I add a local schema markup. I created a video about this a while back. I still believe this is a big ranking factor. I've noticed this too, actually, with Bing more so, that Bing really looks at the microdata for the information around a website and the local highlights like hours, address, phone number, etc. So highlighted that, but the Google rankings also improved as well. Okay, now I'm looking at the bottom row. Refresh the content on the website. So I'm using ClearScope and SEMrush to refresh the content. So if you have stale landing page content, I recommend you guys go through that, run it through one of these tools, and then refresh it for semantic phrases you can add to improve your ranks. Next, I reviewed the spam and I removed it. So spam, there's quite a bit. When you run Local Falcon scan, Local Falcon might suggest some potential spam listings, but you have to actually go through and look at it for yourself. So again, PO boxes, virtual offices, keyword stuffing names, 24 hour 7 businesses, which are not actually, multiple profiles. There's even more than just that. So you have to review that and maybe even suggest an edit. Next, I've been using Microsoft Copilot of late, mainly because I use the Edge browser. So what I like to do is I like to look at each profile and then have Copilot kind of review that as a high level. And then they'll let me know some gap analysis that I can maybe uh, take advantage of for my client. And then finally, I keep running local Falcon scans for this keyword and others because ultimately I want to see if our share of local voice is increasing. Is our map getting greener, as you can see over here? And I know over time, if we can maintain these rankings for a long enough period of time, we'll be able to really see the before and after of more phone calls, more website clicks, more impressions, more searches showing for this particular phrase, more patients, and whatever else we need to track as well, like direction requests too. So anyway, that's how I've been working for the past 2 weeks now on this particular keyword. I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. As always, have a good rest of your day.